So the inflation rate for July just came out in the United States, sitting at 2.9%, which is barely under what it was in June at 3%. And the Fed chair, Jerome Powell, said if the Federal Reserve waits for 2% inflation to cut rates, they have waited too long. So with the next FOMC meeting happening in about 34 days, 62% are expecting them to cut rates about 25 basis points, 37.5% are expecting a much steeper rate cut. And everyone wants to know, how will this affect the crypto market, with the market bouncing over the past week, but within the day, some of these projects are pulling back, whereas Toncoin is up 7.9%, Aave is up 8.7%, Notcoin up 3.6%, and then the vast majority of the market is down roughly 3 to 7%. In this video, we're going to discuss the past few times that the Federal Reserve has cut the effective federal funds rate over the past 2 decades, the effect this had in the stock market, exactly what this means for the crypto market, specifically altcoins, what's taking place for Stellar's XLM to the US dollar price chart compared to Silver, XRP to the US dollar price chart, what just happened on the XRP ledger for Ripple's stablecoin that is absolutely massive, a projection based on artificial intelligence of where this could put the price of XRP at that will blow your mind. We have to talk about the best possible capital preservation strategy towards the end of this bull run, talking about the US Department of Treasury bill rates and what's coming to the XRP ledger here soon through their AMM amendment and their automated market makers, their liquidity pool, exactly what I'm doing to earn an extra 1,000 to 2,000 XRP per day through the #1 liquidity pool on the XRP ledger and the #1 play to earn XRP game. Also, what the US government just did with about 10,000 seized Bitcoin worth $593 million being sent directly to Coinbase. Is this good news? Is this bad news? With the US government in this wallet holding over $12 billion worth of Bitcoin, they're one of the largest whales out there. What Morgan Stanley is doing with Bitcoin that's extremely bullish, what's happening with Apple and USDC, that is one of the biggest advances in crypto adoption ever, and exactly what you need to be doing now to make the most amount of money possible. So if you guys hold crypto and you're feeling bullish, comment 777. If you're feeling blessed, comment 777. If you're going to become the first millionaire in your family tree, confirm it by tapping the subscribe button. Let's run it. All right, bull runners, welcome back to the channel. So with the core inflation rate dropping according to tradingeconomics.com, showing July being less than June, being less than May, the Fed is claiming that what they're doing is working. However, they're still not to their target of 2%. And so Jerome Powell is going to come out in the FOMC speech in about 34 days and talk about their game plan with interest rates. And that's drastically going to affect the crypto market and specifically the stock market in the short term. So let's discuss and let's talk about what happened the last time that they went from raising rates to pausing rates to cutting rates, what that did to the stock market. And then let's discuss the correlation between the stock market and the crypto market and the most likely effect that that is going to have on the altcoin market. Because if you hold altcoins or if you hold stocks, this is very important to pay attention to. And as always, I'm not a financial advisor. These videos are purely for education and informational purposes only. As you know, investing in crypto is very risky. You could lose money. So these videos are designed to help you do your own research. And I don't make any recommendations to buy or sell anything. I just tell you what I do with my money, but that doesn't constitute as any investment advice. I just believe in full transparency and letting you know what I do based on the facts that I see in the markets. So what we're looking at right now is the S&P 500 index, and you can see this purple line on the chart right here. That is the effective federal funds rate. And since roughly July or August of 2023, the Fed has kept rates steady. They haven't raised them, they haven't lowered them. And if we go to the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis and we look at the last time that the Fed did this, where they went from raising rates to pausing rates and then cutting rates, when they paused rates, it was roughly January of 2019. They kept it at 2.4. They raised it up a little bit, then they lowered it back down, and then they started cutting rapidly by July of 2019. They paused again by November of 2019 until February 2020, and then they had to cut rates rapidly in response to the pandemic, all the way down to 0.05%. So if we look on the left-hand side of the screen, you guys can see the S&P 500 price chart compared to the Fed funds rate and exactly what happened during this time frame from when they were raising rates. You can see the stair stepper right here, and I've proven this in several videos just based on the facts. It's undeniable that when the Fed raises rates, it's not bad for the markets. As you can see, the S&P 500 went from roughly around 2,081 in November of 2016 to over 2,900 by 2018. The S&P rallied over 62%, which in traditional investing, that's absolutely incredible. But in crypto, that's just a normal week during a bull run. But one thing that was interesting is we saw this massive crash happen from 2018 until 2019, and it was only about 20%. It looks much steeper just because I have the chart compressed. Whereas if we zoom out, 20%, it's not that crazy, as smart investors were anticipating the Fed to pause rates. And as you know, the markets move based on rumors, where people either buy rumors or they sell rumors. So in this case, they were selling the rumor of a pivot from the Fed, where they were going from raising the effective federal funds rate in purple to pausing right here, which you can see by January of 2019 to the next meeting in February, they kept the rates the same at 2.4. So it was roughly during this 90-day time frame from October of 2018 to December of 2018 where the markets dropped 20% in anticipation of a rate pause. But as you can see by January 2019, when they paused rates for a few months, the markets rallied up another 25% back up to the all-time high. Then there was some little goofiness going on here between April of 2019 to July of 2019 because they raised the rates up, they cut them down, then they raised them back up again by July of 2019. So that's why you can see right here the Fed funds rate in purple looks a little goofy during this time frame. So as you can see, there was some volatility on the price chart. However, we were still in an uptrend because we were forming higher lows. Simultaneously, we were forming higher highs. Other than the high of September of 2019 after the Fed decided to cut rates, the S&P put in a lower high. And when the Fed cut rates again, the markets dropped about 4%. So a lot of people were freaking out right around October of 2019, thinking that the market was going to fall apart. However, it held this ascending support right here and it bounced off of it to the upside, as you can see, when the Fed drops rates again. By October of 2019, from 1.83 to November of 2019 to 1.55, the S&P actually broke the all-time high and it started to go into this parabolic blow-off top while the Fed dropped rates, and then they paused rates from November of 2019 until January of 2020. During that time frame, the S&P rallied up approximately 15%, forming this parabolic blow-off top in this yellow square that you can see on the left-hand side of the screen when they paused rates, but they had already cut from a period since August of 2019 until November of 2019. So for about 4 months, they were cutting rates. And at first it was some volatility, but then a parabolic blow off top. So if we look on the right-hand side of the screen, the Fed's FOMC meeting where they're going to decide what they do with interest rates is coming up in 34 days. So I believe that's right on September 17th. And as you can see on the left-hand side of the screen, when the Fed first really started cutting rates back in August of 2019 from 2.4 to 2.13%, this was roughly a 25 basis point rate cut. You can see on the left-hand side of the screen, the S&P 500 dropped from roughly 3,022 to about 2,830. It dropped about 6%. So right now we're seeing a recovery rally take place up 7%. So a possibility in the markets of what could happen is similar to what happened in the past, is an initial shock where we see the S&P 500 see another sell-off back down to this ascending support. And I personally would expect a bounce from this support and for the markets to start recovering back to the all-time high, because then we'd have to wait till about November 7th for the next meeting to see what the Fed is going to do for their interest rates. And then let's say Jerome Powell decides to come out and drop it 25 to 50 basis points again. Well, in the meantime, I would expect the stock market to rally in between September to November 7th, leading up to the election news, because both the Democrats and the Republicans would want to pump the market so Americans feel good about the economy, so they vote left. And then with that rate cut, as you can see on the left-hand side of the screen, it could cause an initial shock in the market back down to this ascending support. Then as you can see right here on the CME group, the next FOMC meeting is December 18th for them to decide the next rate cut. I would expect the stock market to start rallying and breaking out in between those meetings. And let's say they decide to cut rates another 25 to 50 basis points. Well, very similar to the left-hand side of the screen, what we saw happen from October of 2019 until roughly January of 2020, the S&P broke out while they were cutting rates, because at that point, everyone was accustomed to it. They just knew what the Federal Reserve's plans were. They were going to cut rates that meeting. And so there was no shock in the market. And so what investors don't like is uncertainty. Uncertainty creates volatility. If everyone expects them to cut the rates, they cut rates. Then the next meeting they expect to cut again, then they cut rates. It creates consistency and everyone expects it. And so that's what happened for this parabolic blow off top. They were milking the markets back here from October until February of 2020. And so I would expect, which I could be wrong here, but based on what I'm going to share with you in this video, I would expect the markets to form some sort of parabolic blow off top for the stock market leading into 2025, very similar to what happened back here by February of 2020. And then at some point in 2025, I would expect the market meltdown to start, whether that happens in the summer or Q4 of 2025. At that point, then I would expect the Fed to have to rapidly respond by cutting rates drastically down in response to a market crash. So as long as the S&P 500 holds this ascending support that you can see right here in purple, very similar to the left-hand side of the screen, how it held this ascending support in yellow, then the markets will hold it together because we're still in an uptrend. It's only if we break this ascending support right here and turn it into resistance, then I would change my sentiment about the market to think that yes, we could be near the all-time high, and Warren Buffett just made one of the greatest trades of all time, selling 50% of his Apple stock recently, and we witnessed the top of the market in July. But there's some clues that I'm gonna share with you in this video based on the psychology of a market cycle that are telling me we're not quite there yet. We're close, but we're not quite there yet, and there's still money to be made. Because if we look at the psychology of a market cycle and we put it up next to the crypto total market cap excluding Bitcoin, and we also look at the correlation between the S&P 500 index and the altcoin market, you guys can see on the right-hand side of the screen, if I trace up the chart, it was almost identically correlated during the bear market until roughly October of 2022 when the S&P deviated from the altcoin market and went even more parabolic. And on the left-hand side of the screen, you guys can see that the S&P actually broke out past the all-time high, whereas the altcoin market couldn't break out past the all-time high, and it's currently in this downtrend right now since March of 2024. So where we could be, in my opinion, just based on the psychology of a market cycle, is roughly right here when we saw the S&P 500 index pull back in July of 2023 from 4,600 all the way down here to 4,100. We saw this steep pullback, just like we're seeing this steep pullback right here from March of 2024, and altcoins have been absolutely destroyed for the past 5 months. I think we're going to see a rapid recovery in the altcoin market going into election, even with the Fed cutting rates. And I think that could lead us to the next leg up for the altcoin market while the stock market breaks out and forms this euphoria parabolic blow off top leading into 2025. So for the next few months, this is the make or break moment, not only for the stock market, but specifically for the altcoin market. Because as you can see on the left-hand side of the screen, when the S&P bounced off of 4,100 and started to recover on out of here, it was just parabolic. It was fast. It was rapid, and the next pullback didn't happen until March of 2024 with the altcoin market. So the entire rally from October 2023 till March of 2024 for the S&P pushed it past the all-time high, whereas the altcoin market was lagging behind all the way down here. It only made it up to this complacency dead cat bounce resistance, roughly right around this range. Didn't quite make it to the all-time high and ultimately got rejected. So I think compared to the stock market, the crypto market is just lagging behind right now. And I think we're going to see a lot of money rotating to altcoins over the next 12 months before the economy absolutely implodes and goes into the next bear market leading into 2026. And that could lead to a parabolic blow off top for the stock market as well too, and then them being correlated together again leading into 2026 bear market. Because if we just pair up the psychology of a market cycle on total 2, the crypto total market cap excluding Bitcoin, this is just Ethereum and every single altcoins, XRP included, we can see when we went from euphoria, complacency, anxiety, denial, panic, capitulation, anger, and depression, and then we broke out. And so this disbelief rally is a sucker's rally. People think that it's not gonna last. This rally will fail just like the others. That is the main emotion that I'm seeing happening in the markets right now. And as you can see right here where I'm circling right now, after disbelief comes hope, where people believe a recovery is possible, and then ultimately optimism, and then belief, and then thrill, and then euphoria again. And that looks like this on the right-hand side of the screen for a parabolic blow off top for the end of this bull run. And so right now, if we were to see this happen, there's going to be an insane amount of money made in the markets, and greed is going to creep up to an all-time high here over the next 12 months. And those that have been backing up the truck for the altcoins that are undervalued are going to be very, very happy. Now, if we look at one of those altcoins that is very undervalued right now in terms of the utility, the partnerships, everything that's been happening behind the scenes, that's XLM. And XLM is sitting at 9 cents. It's underperforming the rest of the market. It's doing exactly what silver did back in 2002. As you can see, silver dropped from an all-time high of like $50, and it went into the complacency, anxiety, denial, panic, capitulation, anger, and depression by 2002 when silver was worth roughly $4 per ounce. And then as you can see, silver broke out from 2002 to 2011 upwards of $40 an ounce, growing over 1,000%, performing an 11x. And so if you look at these vertical yellow lines at the top of the screen compared to silver and where we are in this market cycle, XLM is going through something similar. You guys can see the complacency right here. What this is simply an A, B, C corrective wave to the bottom. Just like you can see on the bottom of the screen right here for silver, we saw an A, a B, a C corrective wave to the bottom. And then if you look at the psychology of a market cycle blown up on the screen right here, when we go from anger to depression, you see this rollover effect where the market tries to make a little recovery, and then the last wave of selling takes place for a double bottom that's either at the same level, a little bit above it, or a little bit below it. Similar to what we saw for total 2 for the depression stage right here after anger, where we formed this ascending support line with a higher low. This was completely normal, as this was the last wave for these sellers to get out, and we saw this rollover effect right here, and then ultimately a recover to go from depression into disbelief again, where people think it's a sucker's rally. So on the bottom of the screen for silver, you can see that we had the same thing happen. We formed this ascending support. We had this rolling over effect where the market's attempt to make a recovery didn't happen, made one other low that was higher than the previous low, and then ultimately recovered on out of here for a massive disbelief rally. Now, what we're going through for silver right now is going into the hope stage where people believe a recovery is possible. Then ultimately, I think silver is going to go into the optimism, belief, thrill, and euphoria stage here soon and break out to an all-time high. And silver is going to make a multi-decade all-time high going upwards of 70, 80, 90, and even $100. And that will be silver's optimism, belief, thrill, and euphoria run as people get ready for the great financial reset and the inevitable collapse of the US dollar. Well, what will that look like for XLM? Well, as you can see on the top of the screen, when the bottom came in around November, December of 2022, right now we're forming another low, which is a higher low. So everything's completely normal. We've seen this happen many times before, as I've just proven to you on multiple charts. We had this rollover effect right here from anger to depression. Everyone that's holding XLM right now has pretty much been depressed. They've been pissed off. They've been angry. They've been frustrated. Why is this suppressed? What are they doing? What's happening? Why is something like Solana or Bonk or all these meme coins taking off when the most utility driven and the strongest partnership projects like XLM and XRP, which I'm going to get into in a little bit, aren't taking off? Then boom, all of a sudden from 2002 until 2011, silver absolutely exploded. So I would expect XLM to make a major leg up Q4 this year and then in 2025. And right now it's very, very low, sitting sub 10 cents. Whereas if we measure from where we are right now back to the all-time high, that's 750% away. So that's a 7.5x. So this is just simply how the markets move on the macro. It's all psychology. And now that you understand this, you can look at a chart and you can be like, oh, okay, this is disbelief, or this is hope, or this is optimism, or this is euphoria. I need to get out, or this is depression. I need to be backing up the truck more than ever before because I may never see prices like this ever again. And this is how you create true generational wealth. Like Warren Buffett said, when everyone is greedy, be fearful. When everyone is fearful, be greedy. So right now for XLM, just based on facts on the charts, most people are feeling angry and depressed. Same thing for XRP. We've just been consolidating for multiple years in this macro symmetrical triangle. Now, during the bear market of 2018 to 2020, we saw something similar happen. Although we were forming lower lows and lower highs, compared to this market cycle, we're forming higher lows and lower highs. It's just different consolidation patterns. One of them is a symmetrical triangle. The other one is a falling wedge. Once we see a break of the descending resistance on both of these triangles, that signals a reversal as long as we hold it as support. And as you can see back here, we saw a break on the monthly chart by August of 2020. We held it as support, and then ultimately that led to a bull run. Right now, we haven't seen a break of this descending resistance. So until we see a break of this descending resistance right here, we're going to stay within the symmetrical triangle, getting closer and closer to the apex until inevitably we see a move for XRP to the upside. And we do what we did similar right here from January of 2021 until April of 2021. So when XRP moves, usually it moves very, very quick. XLM follows alongside XRP. So just looking at the chart of XLM and then looking at the chart of XRP, this makes me extremely bullish because I'm a contrarian. I just look at what the masses are feeling, what the masses are doing, and I think and I feel the exact opposite. So while everyone's depressed, I'm excited. Then when everyone's euphoric, I'm unloading the truck and I'm dumping my bags, getting out of the markets. So right now, virtually is nobody euphoric. And if we simplify investing down when nobody's euphoric, that's when I'm the most excited. Because the elite of this world understand that retail, what they focus on is, will number go up? Number's not going up. I need to sell. I'm not making money. It's real caveman philosophy. So what we need to look at is on the macro, what's happening on a fundamental perspective as well too. And the reason why XRP and XLM are primed to explode over the next few years. A new trust limit of $1 trillion in Ripple's stablecoin was just set on the XRP ledger right here as Ripple gets ready to launch their stablecoin later this year. Now, as you can see on the bottom of the screen here where it says set trust limit, 10 quadrillion RLUSD. Why would they need that many? Why would they be setting such a high limit unless they were planning on onboarding trillions of dollars? Well, if we look at what Echo posted on Twitter asking AI, I believe this was ChatGPT or some other AI, if 10 quadrillion was minted and tokenized on the XRP ledger, what price would XRP be? And so it calculated saying that 10 quadrillion RL USD stablecoin minted and tokenized on XRP, assuming 1-to-1 peg to the US dollar, the value is $10 quadrillion, which sounds crazy, but when we look at the size of the derivatives market being a financial instrument that includes products like options, warrant swaps, credit default swaps, futures contracts, interesting how in my video yesterday, Thursday, Binomial Exchange will list XRP USD futures under CFTC regulations. So Ripple's preparing for this for futures contracts, forward contracts. The size of the derivatives market can widely vary depending on what is considered part of the market, how notional value of contracts is calculated, but as of February 2024, it was estimated that the derivatives market notional value is over 1 quadrillion. In 2021, the derivatives market face value was reportedly $600 trillion. So is Ripple planning on processing what's in the derivatives market? Well, assuming that it's pegged to the US dollar, total XRP supply is around 100 billion. The price per XRP is the total value divided by the total XRP supply. That would put XRP at $100,000 per XRP. Now, I'm not saying that, but based on AI, if 10 quadrillion RLUSD is minted and tokenized on the XRP ledger, the price of XRP could potentially be around $100,000. So this is what a lot of the riddlers are talking about with the flip of the switch moment for XRP. Now I'm preparing for that not to happen, but wouldn't it be interesting if it did? Nonetheless, I'm expecting XRP to perform very, very well for the next few years because of tokenized treasuries. When we go to home.treasury.gov and we look at the US Department of Treasury on daily treasury bill rates, they range anywhere from like 4% upwards of 5% for 4-week, 8-week, 13-week, 17-week, 26-week, and 52-week T-bills. So if you don't know what treasury bills are, that's essentially what Warren Buffett sold his stocks for. Now he holds more T-bills than the US government. Watch this.
Cash generates no returns, whereas cash equivalents like short-term government bonds, savings accounts, certificates of deposit, and so on generate ridiculously low yields. So why bother? Warren Buffett said that if you hold cash, you've opted for a terrible long-term asset, one that pays virtually nothing and is certain to depreciate in value. He's 100% correct. However, the same Warren Buffett is also right when saying cash is like oxygen. You don't notice it 99.9% of the time, but when absent, it is the only thing you notice. Cash and cash equivalents are usually bad investments, but in a few crucial instances, such as when global financial calamities appear, they're lifesavers. When disaster strikes, those who don't have access to liquidity will be decimated and forced to sell for pennies on the dollar. Those who have cash nearby, on the other hand, will thrive and be able to buy desirable asset at deeply discounted prices. The main advantage of cash is that there is no counterparty risk, no middleman to go bankrupt. The main disadvantage, however, is that you'll be responsible for storing it, and to do it right, there are expenses involved, such as, at the very least, buying a decent fire and waterproof safe. The main advantage of cash equivalents, such as short-term government debt, is that you don't have the responsibility of safely storing anything. On the other hand, though, you do have counterparty risk, and keep in mind that during a severe financial crisis, even otherwise highly liquid cash equivalents might be hard to sell. So, should you become a cash hoarder? Well, no. However, cash and cash equivalents should be treated as a safety cushion that everyone needs to have. In other words, consider them an insurance policy rather than an investment, and allocate at least a reasonable percentage of your net worth in this direction.
So because they're considered one of the safest forms of storing your money, that's why OpenEden, yesterday I talked about how they're tokenizing US Treasury bills supported on the XRP ledger for accredited and institutional investors via stablecoins during the upcoming Ripple USD launching later this year. So if we go on xrpledger.org, so this is going to be incredible because this is going to allow a massive amount of liquidity to flow into the XRP ledger for those looking to earn interest or yield on their income just simply by holding Ripple's stablecoin. Now also through Ripple's AMM amendment, their automated market maker, they're going to have liquidity pools and LP tokens where you can simply deposit your assets like XRP into a liquidity pool. When you do, you receive LP tokens based on how much you deposited. And LP tokens are like any other tokens in the XRP ledger. You can use them in many types of payments or trade them in the decentralized exchange. And they have massive benefits for you to be able to earn trading fees as a source of passive income as a liquidity provider. And you can redeem your LP tokens for a percentage of the automated market maker pools. So this is exactly what I'm doing to be able to earn about 1,000 to 2,000 XRP per day through the #1 liquidity pool on the XRP ledger, and also the #1 play to earn XRP game. Now I talked about this a few weeks ago. The project was at about $50. Right now it's at $100. It's holding nicely with a market cap of only $2.9 million. So it's still a micro cap, guys. It's still early for this project. And the reason why this project is doing so well is because the game is very, very simple and it takes less than 10 minutes per day to play. So what I'll do for you to be able to check this out is I'll leave a link in the description below, or you can go to bullrunners.com. You'll be able to discover how to earn more crypto rewards in less than 10 minutes per day with the #1 play to earn XRP game. You don't need any previous crypto trading experience. You simply just click the button on the page, put in your best email address. You'll be instantly subscribed to our daily video newsletter. On the other side, you'll watch this video. It's about 8 minutes long. It explains everything. We explain how to get your XRP wallet, how to get your game pieces, how to play the game, how to withdraw your crypto rewards, and then how to add them to the liquidity pool to compound your crypto rewards. Because all I do every day, every morning and night for like 5 to 10 minutes is I go in, I can click rent, I click continue, and I have all these pieces earning me crypto rewards. As you can see right here, crypto total net 9.52. Right here, my crypto total balance is about 219 crypto. So I've been earning crypto rewards through the XRP ledger the past few weeks. And if I take 219 and I multiply that by the current price, about $100, that's nearly $22,000 worth of crypto rewards. Now, obviously that's not a guarantee that you're going to be able to get the same results, because obviously I have a lot of game pieces right here that I'm collecting rent on. And it's really simple. Under available, you can see right here, they have a level 8 piece of land. I can select the amount of days that I want to collect rent. I click this button right here. It shows that I'm going to net about 10 crypto over the course of 7 days. So you can take 100 times 10. You can do the math on that. And then I just simply click confirm action. It verifies it, and then it adds it to my active pieces of land that are collecting rent right here. Now, also I have miners as my digital game pieces as well too, and I can select each of these miners. So I'm just gonna click select all. I'm gonna select 7 days, click the button right here, and it's gonna show me after 7 days, I'm gonna net 18.48 crypto. So that's absolutely insane. I'm gonna click confirm action. It says mining process successfully. And there's different digital game pieces that allow you to collect rent, mine, thieve as well too. I can click continue. As you can see, I have one spearman right here collecting crypto over the past 7 days. So far it's collected 0.25, and it still has, I believe, a full like 7 days to go pretty much. And then I can rule as well too. And underneath active, you can see I have one queen right here, and she's already earned 4.61 crypto, and she's got about 1 day left until she goes from active to available. And then I can send her out again every single day to earn me more crypto. And then every day I can simply withdraw my crypto into my XRP wallet that we explain through the link in the description below. So that's why you want to check this out either right now or wait towards the end of this video, and I'll explain more on this concept for you. That way you can start earning crypto rewards. And then all I do is I add about 8 crypto per day to the liquidity pool. That gives me roughly 54,000, nearly 55,000 LP tokens. I click add liquidity. It says AMM deposit. That just stands for automated market maker. It pulls it up on the app on my phone, and I just simply slide to accept. And then it just simply confirms it, and it says the transaction has been signed and dispatched. And success, transaction successful. Now, if I want to remove liquidity, I can either remove it in crypto or I can remove it in XRP. And let's say I want to remove 1,500 XRP, that's roughly 55,000 LP tokens. So I think this is a really awesome concept. And again, I'm not going to guarantee any results, but if you want to check this out, go to the link in the description below, put your information in on the other side, watch these videos right here, and they'll explain everything that you need to know to be able to benefit from the XRP Ledger Automated Market Maker, the #1 liquidity pool on XRP, and the #1 play to earn XRP game. Because the longer that it takes XRP to explode, the better, because we can just continuously stack up more rewards this entire bull run. And then when XRP does finally pop, we're able to benefit from that. Now, the US government just transferred 10,000 Silk Road Bitcoin that they seized worth almost $600 million to Coinbase. So are they planning to sell it all before Trump takes office? What's their game plan here? Well, we did a little more digging right here, and here's the transaction of what they moved. Also, we can track one of their wallets right here. It doesn't show that they moved anything in this wallet, but what's crazy is if they move that much from one wallet, this wallet right here has another $12 billion worth of Bitcoin. So they could do whatever they want with this at any moment. As you can see, Ethereum is the next one down, and it only has 133 million. However, the US government didn't sell to Coinbase, they moved it to custody. As you can see right here, US Marshals Service chooses Coinbase to safeguard, trade its large cap digital asset portfolio, and they're a division of the US Department of Justice, and they selected Coinbase Prime as its partner to safeguard their assets, similar to how BlackRock, similar to how 21 Shares, and a lot of these other companies chose Coinbase as their custody for their ETFs, for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other digital assets. So this is actually not bad news. It's actually really good news, because if they're going to hold Bitcoin, it'd be stupid for them to sell it. And if you look right here, $1.4 trillion Morgan Stanley just bought $187 million worth of Bitcoin in its portfolio. So if they manage that much money and they're buying $187 million worth of Bitcoin, they know something that the average retail investor doesn't know. Or they could get absolutely wrecked if the market implodes. But after Apple announced it will soon open its payment chip to third parties, Circle's CEO teased this, saying tap to pay using USDC on iPhones is incoming soon. So is this going to make paying with crypto a lot easier for the average retail investor? Does Ripple know something too with them launching their stablecoin here to be able to pay with a Ripple stablecoin in the future if USDC is the first one? I think we know where this is leading. This is the biggest advance in crypto adoption ever. Few understand how big this is, guys. Starting with the iOS 18.1 update, developers will be able to offer NFC contactless transactions using the secure element from within their own apps on iPhone, separate from Apple Pay and Apple Wallet. Using the new NFC and SE, which stands for Secure Element APIs, developers will be able to offer in-app contactless transactions for in-store payments, car keys, closed-loop transit, corporate badges, student IDs, home keys, hotel keys, etc., with government IDs to support in the future. So as you guys know, Amazon.com was one of the biggest companies that was the catalyst to go from brick and mortar over to click and order. And now, with the transition that's taking place in the banking industry to go from traditional fiat currencies, physical cash, then we have credit cards, and then we're going into like liquidity pools, automated market makers, stable coins, tokenized treasuries, all of that stuff. It's very clear what's going to be happening here the rest of this year going into 2025. Now there's going to be some turbulence as well too. Don't get me wrong. Just like I showed you at the beginning of this video, when the Fed initially cuts rates, that could cause a shock in the market. We could see some flash crashes, and then ultimately I expect the market to recover in between each FOMC meeting. But if the markets take short-term temporary dips coming up in September when they cut the rates, I'm just going to be backing up the truck for more, because if we look at the Bitcoin price chart right here, roughly 800 days after the top of the market, we see some sort of shakeout event like we're seeing right now with this recent pullback, just like we saw in the last bull run with COVID with that pullback. And then we went into a parabolic blow off top, and the smartest money was buying the dip. So why is Morgan Stanley buying the dip? Why is BlackRock buying Bitcoin? Why is Apple making these announcements for USDC? Why is Ripple going to be tokenizing treasury bills? I think you guys know the answer for that. So a lot of people have asked me, what is my number one way to earn massive crypto rewards this entire bull run before we get into the euphoria stage of the market cycle? Well, if you go to xrpl.to, you guys will see a lot of different altcoin projects listed on the XRP ledger, and virtually nobody knows about this, nor is anyone really paying attention to it right now because the price of XRP has been suppressed during the entire Ripple versus SEC lawsuit. But over the next few years, as Ripple and XRP gets more traction, a lot of the projects on the XRP ledger are going to gain a lot of attention. And one of my buddies showed me a project on the XRP ledger that is the first play to earn game on XRP where you're able to earn crypto rewards simply for playing the game. Now, if you guys want to see what that game is, what I'll do is I'll leave a link in the description below this video. All you have to do is click more when you scroll down, and it'll show get started here. It'll take you to a page that looks like this. You simply just register, create a free account. You enter in your username, your email address, your password, and then your gender. And then you just click sign up at the bottom, and it's going to take you into the back office of the members area. Now I want to explain really quick the benefit of playing this game to earn crypto rewards, because the coolest part about the game is the ticker of the altcoin is literally called crypto. It's a micro cap, very, very tiny project that virtually nobody knows about right now. And one of my buddies showed me this game, and I'm already earning about 10 crypto per day, which is about 1,000 XRP. But there's no guarantee that you're going to earn 10 crypto per day or 1,000 XRP per day, because your results are obviously going to vary playing the game depending at what level you come in at. So I want to be very clear that results aren't typical, and this is just purely for fun to see what happens for the rest of this bull run as the XRP ledger gains more adoption. So once you've created your free account through the link in the description below, the next thing that you're going to need is an XRP wallet. Now, the best wallet online right now is the Zaman wallet, and it's the largest and most secure XRP custodial cold storage wallet. So it's also a mobile app on your phone where you get your private keys for the wallet. It's comparable to a Ledger or a Trezor cold storage device, but the best for holding XRP. And this is what you're going to need to be able to play the game to earn crypto rewards. So again, below this video, you're going to see a tutorial video right here that breaks down exactly how to set up your wallet, how to be able to fund it with XRP so you can start playing the game, and everything in between. So after you've created your free community account and you have your XRP wallet, the next step is to log in to the back office of your account. And at the top, you're going to see these 4 little icons right here. You simply click this. You go to My DGP, you scroll down, and then you click Purchase Combo. In the bottom left, you're going to click this little plus icon, so it shows 1 combo pack. Click these little 3 boxes right here, and then you purchase with your XRP wallet. And then all you need to do is open up your Zaman wallet on your phone, click this little icon right here at the bottom, and then you simply scan the code on the screen. It's going to pop up. Right now it's 5,000 XRP to get your digital game pieces to be able to play the game and earn crypto rewards. And I'm going to show you the game in a little bit and how awesome it is, because the founder of this dumped millions of dollars in development into this game and has been working on it since 2020. So this is hands down the best play to earn game to earn crypto rewards on the XRP ledger. So I spent about 15,000 XRP on my digital game pieces because I want to be able to maximize the game. And so far, just recently, I'm earning 10 crypto per day, which is about 1,000 XRP per day. So you can do the math over the course of a month on what those rewards will look like. And I can swap crypto for XRP. So I'm just going to keep stacking my digital game pieces to maximize my crypto rewards, because you also have to take into account that crypto is the in-game currency. So as more people start catching on to the XRP ledger and they start playing the game to earn rewards, then the popularity of the crypto token will increase. So obviously there's no guarantees of any profits here, but you do not want to miss out on this as more people start learning about XRP over the next few years. So all I'm going to do to get my digital game pieces is slide to accept on my XRP wallet, and it says the payment was submitted successfully. Now all I'm going to do is refresh the page. I go to my DGP assets, that simply stands for digital game pieces. And you're going to see I got one Cryptopian, a crypto land, a box, a key, a vial, and a crystal. So I'm simply just going to click claim on each of these. I'm going to open my Zamin wallet again. I'm going to click this icon right here to scan the code on the screen. And I'm just going to slide to accept. And as soon as I've claimed my digital game piece, I'm going to click reveal, and it shows me what class this is in. And one of the coolest parts about this game is each of the digital game piece reveals are random. So you could get between a level 1 to a level 10. So I'm going to click claim to reveal the land now. And then I just scan the code and slide to accept on my XRP wallet. And it just shows this little countdown thing right here as it reveals which land I have. So as you can see, that was a level 1 land. You guys might get a different level. On a previous pack, I got a level 9. And depending on the level that you get determines the crypto rewards that you earn daily. Now, after you've revealed your digital game pieces to be able to play the game to start earning crypto rewards, in the top of your back office, you click the icon right here with the 4 squares. Then you simply click the game. And then you click the button on the center of the screen that says enter the game. And then you're going to see several in-game actions here like rent, mine, thieve, govern, rule, enhance, and bank. So depending on which avatar you got will determine whether you mine, you thieve, you govern, or you rule. And then for your land, you can collect rent on your land every single day in crypto, which is awesome. So in this case, I would click on thieve, click continue. So underneath available, I simply select my Cryptopian. I select the duration in days. In this case, it'd be 1. And then I click this little icon right here. It's going to pop up this, and it shows me the daily production. In this case is 0.4 crypto tokens. So depending on when you're watching this video, crypto might be at a different price. Right now it's at about $53. So all I need to do is confirm the action, and it's going to say it's processed successfully. And then it's underneath active, and it has a countdown timer right here in terms of time remaining until it goes back into the available section again. So you can see 23 hours and 59 minutes. Now, once this is done, my crypto balance is going to top up with an extra 0.4. Right now it's at about 44.39. And if I go back to the main page and I click on rent and click continue, you can see that I have an available land that I can collect rent on. So I simply select the land. I select the amount of days that I want it to collect rent, 1 day, 3 days, or 7 days. So this can be as passive or as active as you want, but I'm gonna click this icon right here. It's gonna pop up and it's gonna show me the daily production. And then I just confirm the action. Now you can see underneath active, I have a level 1, level 4, level 8, and a level 9. And then it shows me the time remaining on each of these land pieces that are collecting rent right now in crypto rewards, which is awesome. And so at the bottom of the screen right here, you can see crypto total net. That's about 14.96 crypto tokens. So let's just round that up to 15. And if I were to swap 15 crypto for XRP, it's about 1,554 XRP. Now that's obviously not a guarantee that you're going to earn the same amount of crypto tokens, because as you can see, I have more pieces of land here because I decided to purchase more packs because I want to be able to stack up the amount of crypto tokens I earn over time throughout the rest of this entire bull run before we get into the euphoria stage. So I'm just going to continue to stack crypto tokens, playing this game for fun, because as more attention gets drawn over to the XRP ledger, I can see more and more users playing crypto land every single day to earn crypto rewards. So again, all you need to do right now to get started is go into the link in the description below this video, create your account. Once you have your Zamin XRP wallet and you've loaded it with XRP, following the tutorial below, then in the back office, you click the icon at the top, you click My DGP, and then you purchase your combo pack to be able to reveal your digital game pieces. So you can buy one or you can buy multiple right now, because the more combo packs that you get, the more pieces of land that you're going to be able to collect rent on each and every single day. And then if you choose to get the crypto token on the secondary market, that's up to you. Or you can just play the game for fun to be able to earn crypto rewards like I'm doing right now. So once the time expires on each of these active pieces of land, I'm going to collect all of the rent in crypto, and it's going to top up my balance right here where you can see 44. So check it out. I know you guys are going to absolutely love it. And again, we're going to have a tutorial as well too on some different strategies, beginner, intermediate, and advanced, to be able to maximize this game. That way you can benefit the entire bull run as XRP explodes. So all you need to do right now is click the links below. If you go to bullrunners.com, you're also going to get early alerts on explosive altcoins, daily market analysis videos for breaking news updates like this, and you'll discover our best ways to be able to maximize the crypto land game to earn the most amount of crypto rewards this entire bull run. Because together, we believe that the spending power of the dollar is just going to keep going down in value. That's a fact based on inflation. Blockchain technology, distributed ledger technology, and cryptocurrencies have been going up in value over the past decade. That's the truth, and together, we're all going camping on the beaches of the moon. I'll see you guys on the next video. I will see you on bullrunners.com through the links below. As always, you know what to do. Stay bullish.